All right, now we're going to talk about the Spanish alphabet and pronunciation. This is going to be really important as we go through the course so that you know how to pronounce all of the words that you see and read. All right, so we're going to start by learning the Spanish alphabet. Most of the letters are the same, but I'm going to read them out loud to you so you know how each of them is pronounced. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right, try spelling your name in Spanish out loud. See if you can do it. And for me, it's K, A, T, I, E, Katie. All right, so let's talk about Spanish pronunciation. So first, let's look at vowels. They are always going to sound the same, except for Y, which can act as a consonant sometimes. And Spanish vowels are a little shorter and a little crisper than their English counterparts. So if you see A, it's going to sound like A, as in father. So for example, a Spanish word would be casa, which means house. E sounds like bed. So like cena, that means dinner. I is pronounced E as in B, like cine, that means movie theater. O is pronounced O, like oh no, for example, oso. U is pronounced U, as in boo, like uno. And Y could be like the English when it's at the front of a word, like yo, or it could be pronounced like B when it's by itself. So if it's just by itself, it's just pronounced E. And that word means and. If you see Y by itself, it means and you pronounce it E. All right, so for consonants, B and V are going to sound the same, and they're both pronounced like B, as in botar. H is always silent. You're never going to pronounce it, so don't say hola. You're going to say hola. J is pronounced like the English H, so like Juan. The double L is generally pronounced like the English Y. Sometimes it varies. Sometimes it sounds kind of like a J, but you could just pronounce it as a Y. So like llama. CH is just pronounced like the English CH, chofer. The N with the little tilde on the top is pronounced like the sound in onion. So for example, año. So if you see the Ñ, you can just pretend there's a Y after an N. R is going to be similar to the English D when it's between vowels at the beginning of a word, or after L, N, or S, it's pronounced like R. So, caro. Double R, you're going to roll it like carro. And then the Z is pronounced like an S, like azul. So rather than saying azul, you'd say azul. All right, so in Spanish, C and G are pronounced differently depending on the vowel that follows. They're pronounced hard like the English counterparts if it comes before an A, O, or U. So for example, casa, cosa, Cuba, gato, gota, gusto, you're going to pronounce it as a hard G. However, it's soft if it's before I and E. So it's going to sound like cena, cinco, generoso, gitano. And then X is pronounced differently depending on its position within a word. So you pronounce it as in taxi if it's between vowels. So taxi, exótico. It's pronounced like S if it's before a consonant. So explicar, extenso. And it's sometimes pronounced like H. So Mexico and Oaxaca. Okay, let's talk about accents. So, words ending in a vowel, N or S, you're going to stress the second to last syllable. No accent mark is needed. So, you're going to say comprendo. You wouldn't say comprendo. We're going to say violencia, not violencia. Noches, volumen. The second to last syllable, again, if the word ends in a vowel, N or S. Words ending in a consonant other than N or S are going to take the stress on the very last syllable. And again, no accent is needed for that. So, you're going to say marcador, cognac, hospital, central. And then in any other cases, the stress syllable will be indicated with an accent mark. So if you see these little accent marks, like right here over the O, here over the A, you know that is where you're going to place the emphasis. So acción, escáner, cámara, Perú.